Spoilers ahead for Doom: The Dark Ages. This is your first and only warning. If you're here to hear my thoughts about Doom: The Dark Ages, but you don't have all the time in the world to watch this whole video, to me, the game is a solid 9 out of 10. It is phenomenal because I played the game on Nightmare with fast SL projectiles and really small parry window times. So, if you ask me truly, if Expedition 33 wins Game of the Year, which I think it will, everyone's saying it, I wouldn't be surprised. Doom: The Dark Ages is such a close second to that. But if you're here, wanting to hear what I really think about this game on a in-depth and gameplay, story, whatever, then sit back, grab some popcorn, and let's dive right on in. The story of Doom: The Dark Ages takes place long before the events of Doom 2016 and Eternal. You play as the Doomslayer, once a loyal warrior in service to the Makers, divine beings who rule above even the Night Sentinels of Argent-Denur. At the head of the Sentinels is King Novik, and among them is his daughter, Thera, a powerful figure destined to shape the fate of the realms. At first, the Slayer serves the Makers, but little does everyone know that he is being led by the twisted Creed Maker, with his beginning manipulations with both Hell and the Cosmic Realm for control. And Thera, she holds the power of a god, which they need her to fuel the heart of Argent, an ancient source of unimaginable power. Meanwhile, Prince Azrak, a corrupted ruler hungry for domination, seeks the final piece needed to activate the heart of Argent, which this means Thera is the key. Once the Slayer learns of the betrayal between the Makers with their allegiance with Hell, he goes on an unstoppable rampage, going across all the realms, going across Argent-Denur, Hell, and the Cosmic Realm, which doesn't end well for everyone involved in his crusade. The Creed Maker meets his demise. Prince Azrak meets his demise. The Witch meets her demise. He fights some old ones in the giant robot titans called Atlans because of this. And with this, he's also with his dragon companion Sarek. But at some point, the Slayer is killed. But truth be told, this man is just like Kratos. You cannot kill him, so he's gonna return with vengeance. And this is when his whole crusade starts against everyone. So eventually, he takes over the Creed Maker's ship, turning it into his new Fortress of Doom. And with this, he begins his legacy of killing all the demons. To be fair, this man has a portable WWE intro everywhere he goes. So, I probably shouldn't dance if I saw that in the sky. But if you ask me honestly, a lot happened in this game. I don't really remember. I hit all the major key points. The beginning of the game, I'm a little fuzzy on. Everything after the introduction of the Cosmic Realm, I remember pretty well. I just don't remember the beginning all too well. Now, let's go see some of my favorite scenes.
I'm standing on the wrong side.
Alert. Unknown entity approaching.
Yet. We cannot go through.
Payment required.
If he rams this thing into it, I may kind of shit myself. Never mind, he is. Oh, bitch. No fucking shot. It's about fucking time.
Now, since you saw my favorite parts, I want to know what is your favorite parts from Doom: The Dark Ages. Where do I even begin? The first part of it, I would say the first few-ish levels to me were they weren't bad, but they weren't unique, fun, whatever they were. But, well, I can't say that for the Atlan mission for Chapter 3, but the second you get past that, my first favorite level was Siege Part 1. That was a phenomenal level to me. I enjoyed every bit of that, except for getting the secret key, having to run all the way back around to where I've been. That sucked. But once you get to the second half of the game, where the cosmic realm is introduced, ooh, I love it. I love the cosmic realm. I love the ocean. Like, I've read a little bit of the Necronomicon I have of like the weirdest, best stories of H.P. Lovecraft, and this was awesome. Awesome to see Cthulhu and, well, just cosmic stuff in Doom. I mean, this is my Quake game. It's not like I'm gonna get one anytime soon, but ooh, I love this. Because as I just said, my favorite levels are Siege Part 1 because of how open, multiple ways to, get the level done. Next is Harbor of Souls, which honestly, the Undead Slayer, the Zombie Slayer, epic as all hell. And the fact that he's kind of like Kratos, you can't kill him. I know I mentioned that already, but it's insane you couldn't kill him and he's always going to come back. I mean, he just has to kill you once. Just once. It's crazy. Then my third favorite level, I should say, is from the cosmic levels, and it's the Temple of Larmarth. I don't know how you say it, but it's that one because there's just sections where you're just swimming through just the ocean with broken boats and monsters swimming with you. Horrifying. Some of my favorite levels in this game. Since I'm replaying the missions to get them 100% right now, at the time of recording this, I'm starting to actually kind of like a lot of the earlier levels, because I only got to the Spire I hate trying to pronounce that name. The Chapter 14 level, but man, it is It's such a great game all the way through. It's that beginning part. It's that beginning part that is a little slow for me, but I'm super excited for when they eventually do the master levels, from what I've heard. So yeah, that's my little spiel about, you know, the levels. So I want to hear what you like from the levels. What's your favorite? What's your least favorite? There are 3 topics I want to hit with the gameplay. The first one is the enemies. There is a lot to say with the enemies. The next up will be the weapons and equipment, following my favorite weapons, shield rune, melee weapons, and other things I found notable. And lastly will be the mechanics and gameplay features like the dragon, the Allens, the parry, and the shield. So let's hop right on into the first part of the gameplay. Now, if you're asking me, I love what they did with a lot of the demons. They were phenomenally transitioned to the Dark Ages. So let's talk over some of my favorite enemies. My first one was the Cyber Demon. Ooh, I love the upgrade from him being the Tyrant from Eternal to the actual Cyber Demon. Funny if you ask me, but with him shooting skulls and wings and spikes from the ground that killed me more times than I'm willing to admit, he was overall a really fun demon to fight. The next one is the Agonian Hunter. If I'm thinking of this one right, it should be the one with the shield that you can't attack unless you're close enough. I believe that's who he is. I just like him in general. Kind of reminds me of the Marauder. The next one is the Cacodemon Hybrid. I love what they did with the Cacodemon Hybrid. Putting the red meatball into a Lovecraftian monster is the coolest thing I've ever seen. He is just fun to fight until he starts biting. The next one is the Cosmic Baron. I love the Barons. What they did with from 2016, the one in Eternal where it's all fire and ash to this eldritch beast, is amazing. And then the last one is the Vigari. It should be the spider-like enemy that you fight. I believe it's chapter 4, where you're going to get your dragon. And then next up, we have my hated enemies. These two I could not stand for the life of me. I hated every second of them. The first one was the Revenant. The fact that I was fighting these guys on fast-ass projectiles and whatnot made these guys a living hell. They were awful all the way through. And then the second one is the Whiplash. I like the concept for the enemies, but goodness gracious, I hate fighting these guys. They're so annoying, slithering on the ground like a damn little snake. Ooh, I hated them. But these are like the most notable ones. I like a lot of the enemies in the game, but these, the 5 I listed as my favorites and the 2 I despise with every ounce of my being, are just the ones that stood out from the rest of them. So, I want to hear what demons you enjoyed fighting, which ones you hated, and which ones were just kind of there. So, let's hear them. Some of my favorite items in this game were some of the coolest things I've used in all of gaming. The first one, if we're talking about weapons, is the Pulverizer, which is this gun that uses skulls and shoots out a line of just skull shards. That thing was so busted, especially when you get the upgrade where you kill more enemies and it speeds you up, allowing you to move faster and shoot the gun faster. And if you keep going, the chain is insane. And the next one I love, this was a really cool weapon, is the Chain Shot, where you charge it up and it just whoosh, shoots out a chain. like a ball and chain, and it just most demons didn't stand a chance after I used this thing. It was kind of bullshit to them. Then if we're talking about my favorite shield rune, it was definitely like the swords, where you block and it shot out a whole bunch of swords. Honestly, I didn't really like the other ones. The turret was okay to me. The heaven splitter, I haven't really used it enough to even give my opinion on it. And then the ground slam, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see it actually doing anything. And then next up is my favorite melee weapon. This was such an easy choice because I knew from the trailer, I knew which one it was gonna be, and it's gonna be the Dread Mace. I like the flail, I like the gauntlets, but the Dread Mace, just walking up to an enemy, just whoosh, hitting them with the power of that thing, killing a good amount of demons in the radius, was insane. And then two other notable items that I did enjoy, they weren't my favorite. First one is the BFC, is your BFG of the game, where it shoots faster and it's like a crossbow. Honestly, it was really damn cool. I like it. And the other one I'm trying to figure out right now is the Ravager. It's the other version of the pulverizer, like I mentioned, but this one is kind of like your chain gun, where you have to charge it up and it's like goes all the way out. So yeah, those are the things I really like. Some things I place in the sandbox is the accelerator, the plasma gun, because after you get I can't think of the 2-shot one, the accelerator just kind of becomes useless. I've been trying to use it. I mean, the upgrades that you get for it from the Sentinel Shrines are great. It just does why would you use that when you have the other version? You know, doesn't make much sense to me. Three major things I want to talk about for the mechanics are the dragons, the Atlans, and the shield. So the first one with the dragon, I loved these sections. Yeah, they may have gone a little repetitive when you're kind of sitting there just shooting the turrets, but it was so much fun. I mean, a fucking laser dragon, the Doomslayer, looking at all the tech on Mars must have been like, man, I used to fly dragons, laser dragons, and have a cool chainsaw shield, and now this is just like baby stuff. This is boring. Then the next one is the actual Atlans, the giant robots. I mean, who the hell would have thought back in 93, I'd be playing as the Doomslayer with a fur cape and piloting a giant ass robot. B2 would have never thought about it. I mean, I wasn't even alive back in 93. Crazy times. Crazy times. And then the third one is the shield. I mean, this thing is like an integral part to your gameplay. If you don't parry, it's useless. And I mean, do I need to say more about the shield? As you've been watching through this video, I've been playing some of my favorite songs from Doom in the Dark Ages. So I want to put down some of my favorites, have you listen to them, and I want to hear what you think. So these were some of my favorite soundtracks from tracks from the game. I love Into the Void, The Unholy Siege, Hellspawn Rift, The Pursuit of Demons, and When the Shadows First Lengthened. These are top notch. I mean, it's a shame that Mick Gordon, all the stuff that happened with Eternal and him getting screwed, which sucks. Because I would have loved to seen what he could have done with a game like this. A game set during the Dark Ages. Because with his work in Eternal alone, made some of my favorite songs like Super Gorness, Cultist Based. I can't remember anything else. It's a shame, but you know, I understand stuff happens. But those were some of my favorite songs from this game. All just so good, even without Mick Gordon. So, and I'm not saying, you know, whoever did these songs were better. It's just wish Mickey was here. If you ask me, Doom: The Dark Ages is a phenomenal game. It wasn't worth the $70 though. That was the only thing I can't find just about this game. But I mean, down to the gameplay, the shield, the dragon, the Atlands, all the new weapons, the introduction of the cosmic realm. This is technically my Quake game. I mean, I'm not getting one anytime soon, which sucks, but I mean, as much as I did love this game, there was a few things that felt like it was a step back. Like, I mean, losing glory kills, yes, I kind of prefer not having them, but kind of the ones we were left with were just okay. They weren't anything fun. Nothing interesting. I mean, my favorite set of glory kills was in 2016, where they were so much fun and brutal. But no, it was overall fun. I mean, I did play this game on Nightmare, fastest projectiles, and all this stuff. And then, story-wise, I mean, I did really like Ezrak. He was actually a pretty good villain. Actually had motivations that made sense. And overall, I enjoyed his character. The only thing that sucked, and you're seeing it right now, is his final fight. The fight that you fight the first time you fight him in the final battle, chapter 21, he was so hard. It was a nightmare to kill him. But when you go fight him in this, he's okay. He's not hard to fight. I also did it on UV because I ran out of time when I was streaming this, so that was the biggest problem. But if I ultimately had to give this game a rating, it would have to be Cosmic out of 10. I want to know what you thought about Doom: The Dark Ages in the comments below. So this is my first actual review I've created, especially for a game that I really like. So if there's anything I could have done better, I'm open to feedback and whatnot, because to me it felt a little messy. I tried my best with the review. I've never done this before. I've only done like small time stuff on like TikTok and all that stuff. Nothing insane to me. So if you got any advice, anything I could do better, I'm all ears. And pretty much I just wanted to say thank you for watching the video. I hope to see you again soon. Take care and bye.
Just climb over it.